Yeah, no, it looks good. Just did a photo shoot upstairs with it, and I guess it's a bit of back to the future, and it looks a bit like our heritage jersey, the first one they played in.
Important to pay a bit of respect to the heritage of the club.
Absolutely, it's a very prestigious club and it's got a long history, and I think going back to the original jersey is going to bring a lot of people out to support the games.
How did you enjoy training out in the heat this morning?
Yeah, it was good. It wasn't that hot. I think it's getting a bit hotter, the Savo, so it's just part of pre-season really. Just get it done.
Hasn't been taking a toll on the boys at all, the heat over the last week or so?
No, not really. It was pretty cool a couple of weeks ago. It only started to heat up this week, so it's not too bad. I think the boys just get on with it and train hard.
How are you feeling about how the pre-season's gone so far?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. We've had a few new faces. There's been a few club guys helping us out, and they've all stepped up to the mark and really put their best foot forward. Like it's been pretty intense, but that's where we want to be at this time of the year.
Still a club leader. You've got this new sort of leadership group around you as well. I mean, how's that been working out in pre-season?
Yeah, it's been good. We've just been trying to develop the leaders within the team. We want the playmakers to have voice. We want other blokes to have voice in the team. So we generate a culture where we drive the standards that we set for ourselves, and if we can do that, most of the boys rip in and deliver out in the park.
You say you're enjoying it, but are you counting down for the rest of this week for a bit of a break?
I think it'll be good to get a break. I mean, it's been a pretty long year if you include all the games and with the pre-season and stuff, but I don't mind this time of the year at all. It's training hard and getting a good reward at the end of it, which is Christmas and our break. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Dan just gave you a fair bit of praise, saying you reckon this is the best shape he's probably seen you in. Do you feel like you're quite fit?
I don't know what kind of shape he was referring to. No, but yeah, I've been training as hard as I can, doing everything I can to lead the team from the front from a pre-season perspective, and just getting myself in good shape for next year. So I've been really enjoying this 4-week block, and I'm looking forward to the break and coming back next year.
Would you like to keep the captaincy cards? I mean, they were just talking about it just a moment ago. Would you like to keep it?
Absolutely. I think I did a pretty good job this year. I mean, it was tough with Christian. He did all the off-field stuff and drove the boys internally, and when it was on the field, it was kind of my turn. But I know if Christian's back in the team next year, he's going to be calling all the players anyway. So we've got a pretty good relationship, and I don't think there'd be any problem with us both doing it or whatever they decide.
So the co-captaincy model works okay, and you'd probably have David Pocock in the squad as well too.
Absolutely. I think there's a few leaders within the team, and whoever's wearing the C next to their name is pretty irrelevant. I mean, we could do the co-captain model, or we could go with a single model, but it just depends what the coaches go with, and whoever's picked and whoever's put in that position will put their best foot forward and lead the team, I'd say.
Did the co-captaincy help you in your first year, Carts? Just like you said, Christian took care of a lot of off-field stuff and working with blokes and that sort of thing, and just let you focus on dealing with referees and decisions on the field?
Yeah, I think it did. I mean, Christian's always been a leader in the team ever since he came down here, and being the chief playmaker, he's always helped out the backs and spoken to the playmakers like Joey and Futz last year, and helped me out on and off the field. And he was like, he was a massive inspiration last year, and what he's done, you can see what he's doing over in Ulster at the moment. So with him and Poey obviously coming back in, there's going to be a good, strong bunch of leaders. So I have no doubt whoever gets the captaincy will do a good job.
How would you feel if you didn't get it? Like, would you be comfortable with that as well?
Look, if that's the decision they went with, yeah, I'd be comfortable. I'd be doing everything I could to support the team and make sure we get the result on the weekend. I'll obviously be a leader on the field with the line-outs and with the forwards. So if they gave it solely to Christian, I mean, that's the decision they go with. So as long as everyone's working towards the same goal as a team, I think that's the most important thing.
Do you feel like you've grown as a leader over the past 12 months? What was it? I think it was that first game in Christchurch where you were struggling to think of what to say to the fellas before the game. Yeah. Do you think that's changed and you've evolved a lot since then?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't get much sleep that night, and I was a bit worried about all the things that could have gone wrong, and it didn't really matter. All the stuff I was worrying about was pretty irrelevant, and the more game time I got as captain under my belt, the more irrelevant all those worryings became. So I became a lot more comfortable in that position. I've no doubt if I get put in that position again that I'll have a lot more experience.
What sort of stuff were you worrying about? The bus breaking down, or?
Oh, just everything. I mean, just little things that you probably shouldn't be worried about, like what you're going to say to the boys beforehand. I mean, if the team's going to turn up, like for some reason you take all that onus on yourself, being the leader of the team, the attitude of the team comes down to you. It's not always like that. I mean, it is a little bit, but the most important thing is that the team succeeds together.
Dan's got, I think, what, is there 6 blokes in 5 in the leadership group at the moment or something like that?
Yeah, I think there's 5 guys. There's Tommy Cusack, Futz, Bongo, or Josh Manray, I don't know if we can call him Bongo, and Kyle Goodwin at the moment. And obviously we'll have a couple of leaders and a few of the Wallabies boys coming back next year. So I don't know if he's going to go with an extended model or kind of have 2 tiers, but there's leaders all over the park, and it's important that we're growing that down here.
When Dan's talking about what Caitlin mentioned about you being in shape as well, like, are you stronger? Are you lighter? Are you, I don't know, have you noticed anything, or are there markers in the gym or on the scales?
Oh, I guess a little bit stronger, a little bit fitter. I just feel like I've got more energy out there, and I'm seeing the game a lot better, and I'm moving around a lot better. So I think that's important at this time of the year with the big conditioning and intensity focus, that we want to be able to execute under pressure, and that's what we're doing at this time of the year. And when we come back after the Christmas break, we can refine that and train with a bit more intensity and a bit more speed. So that's the plan at the moment, and I'm feeling pretty good about it.
So no Christmas ham for you? Do you take
No, we'll enjoy a good break and then just do what we have to do over the break to keep fit and stay in shape and come back ready to go, I guess.
And one last one for me on the jersey. Like, rugby lost a lot of fans over the past couple of years. Like, everything that went on in Canberra, then everything that went on in Australian rugby in general. Do you think this jersey can sort of be maybe a little bit of an olive branch to say, hey, we want to be Canberra's team again? We want people back in the stands? Absolutely. I think all the supporters and Canberra people in general are very passionate, and they're very passionate about their club and their sport down here. And I think with this jersey and what it represents, and everyone who's pulled it on before is just upholding what we're going to be doing next year. So every time we get to put the jersey on, we represent everyone that's ever played. So with the back to the future kind of feel to it, it gets that bit of a feeling, that bit of nostalgia about what people remember about the Brumbies and what possibly they could do in the future. Did you feel like rugby lost support from people this year just because of everything that was happening out of your guys' control and that sort of thing? Oh, a little bit, but that's not really up to us to comment on. That's the administration and how people perceive rugby. I mean, I've no doubt if we get the results and people feel a part of their team, then they'll keep coming back. So we just need to perform and do our job, and then if we do that and everyone else does theirs, there should be a good support behind us.